Alright guys, very quickly, this very video one I want watch right now, so now all about this 2023 general election when it take place last week Saturday here. Meanwhile, now no say they declare APC presidential candidate Bishop Bola Ahmed Tinubu as Nigeria president. They say na him win the election. Me, I don't know how it win, whether na in the night that they do the election. Because the election when me no say them do, you know even get point when it be like say man, Labour Party presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi get, you understand? But APC, all the governors when be like say them they say Nigeria, they work hand to hand with INEC to make sure say man then declare Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner, you understand? Meanwhile, if I look my screen very well, when I go see where Bishop Kukah, guys, this man, I know say all this one that they always they like chook mouth for anything politics where you understand? Me, because now in Nigeria for CC, all these so-called bishop, prophet, apostle, you understand that they always they like put mouth for politics. And politics, anything politics not supposed to concern them. You understand? Even Pope of Italy, I never hear one say that man chook mouth put for anything politics. You understand? That man they only chook mouth when be like say man, boss bass or bass when they take place. He go only just give them words of advice. You understand? This man can't chook mouth let Nigerians know say concerning the court when be like say man, they want carry the matter go. My question now be say which court they want go for Nigeria? APC government, they know what then they do. They want just use that one just to capture the youth mind because I will say not be court matter won't be like say man, we even they hear now. Me and you know say man, better protest and for that they shut down Nigeria. You know how many souls will for that go down. Well guys, make it not be like say I too talk, neither I too waste on time. Make I just leave una. Make una watch this full video. Meanwhile, while watching, I bet make una just follow my second channel, Uro picking one-on-one. Love you all guys.
What I think and what I feel are immaterial, and what anybody thinks, none of those things are now important. Whether INEC did a good job or didn't do a good job, most of that is no longer necessary because the decision taken yesterday by Mr. Obi, Mr. Peter Obi, and the Waziri of Adamawa, put paid to any form of speculation. So let me say human interference has been taken out of this process. All we now need to do is to sit down and watch and see how that process is going to play out. And I think that what Dr. Obi said is actually, and I think you yourself made the point, its significance lies in the fact that those on the barricades, those who actually went away bloodied, injured, and those who feel so psychologically and physically drained can now be told that, hold on, there is a process we are pursuing. And I think that the greatest challenge for us, political participants, political actors, the greatest challenge for us is how we set our country on the path of process. This for me is what is most important. So as I said, as for what I think and how INEC did what INEC had to do, it's really not important what I think. Now the courts are going to test the elasticity of the argument that INEC may make about how it conducted this process. So I think that now that we are where we are, we really shouldn't spend our time again speculating, because we now have a machinery and a process in place, which hopefully and prayerfully will deliver to us what we expect. And I'm also happy that the people who are approaching the Supreme Court are also not weighed down by the existing prejudices and the feelings of anxiety that people have about the Supreme Court. Look, whether we like it or not, we are not going to invent another court. We have to. Terrible things have happened. But again, I think, Waziri of Adamawa made the point very clearly. He went to court 11 times, didn't have to see any judge, because the general feeling is that we often confuse one bad apple, with the rest of the apples in the basket. The Supreme Court remains the legitimate body to interpret the spirit of the law and even its letter. And we cannot invent another Supreme Court. And if the actors trust that process, let us also line up behind them. As for next week, the second leg of your question is even more important. People have complained about the low voter turnout. I think that, if we have any lessons to learn at all, it is that hopefully on Saturday, those who have their PVCs buried somewhere will have to start digging the ground to find them. Because right across, the board, I suspect that on Saturday, we are going to see people seeking to either consolidate what they perceive they gain, or or seeking to claim what they thought maybe through their carelessness they lost. So we're going to see a much more robust, process on Saturday. The only thing one can say is that we just hopefully again pray that INEC will learn from the mistakes it may have committed last week and ensure that when people appear to cast their votes, the voting materials arrive in good time and that all obstacles are cleared on the path of ordinary people, so that this process is seen to be free, fair and credible. I mean, going to cast a vote should not be something that you should write your will before setting out to go and cast a vote. So husband goes, husband expects to come, wife expects husband to come back. Young people go out to vote, they expect to come back home. It shouldn't be a journey of anxiety. So I think and I hope that next Saturday's the elections on the 11th should help us, to consolidate whatever gains we have made and to correct whatever needs to be corrected.
So guys, I also want to watch that full video from Bishop Kukah. They talk of court. Which court? Inside the same court when be like say, may the one carry this matter go. The judge na APC, even the lawyers around, everybody around, all of them na APC. Me and say currently na APC government and them hold Nigeria strong. You understand? Me and say all the 36 states for Nigeria for inside this election, all those governors, they work hand to hand with INEC. Now they tell INEC, say, oh yeah, no waste time overnight, bring this election. You understand? Even River State Governor, yes, him Weke, what did that man do? I don't believe my eye. They really talk and say, rat when they chop person leg, it go they blow and then many pass. This one are the same governor when call they support Peter Obi, but overnight, Tinubu go visit Weke. Weke work against Peter Obi. Guys, make una be very careful. You understand? So guys, we move. This other updates, one they see from my screen, so they come from SDP presidential candidate. Guys, not be smart, Make una come hear wetin this man talk and narrate for inside this video. According to this man, he say APC cheated the most and I do not endorse the election. I should congratulate the president-elect because that is the process regardless of all that has happened during the electoral process. I was not involved in fraudulent activities. Adewale Adebayo, SDP presidential candidate. Guys, now the man now they see for my screen. So according to Pararan, my people, not be smart, before this man come and say in congratulate APC presidential candidate Bishop Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Guys, something is wrong. You understand? Whether this man don't go do business with this man or the man go say, oh yeah, now take 100 million, just you understand, forget your vote. Say it already lose. This man say Labour Party cheat, he say PC cheat, he say PDP cheat. The one wey shock talize me, this man say Labour Party, they come dey share recharge card that very day. For the polling unit wey be like say may him for vote, he say Labour Party come begin dey distribute recharge card. Well guys, for those of now wey feel say maybe I dey lie or make e no be like say I too talk, make I leave una, make una watch this full video. Wey I go see una for the next update coming out soon. Respect, one love, guys.
Now anybody who wants to go and challenge the election can go and challenge the election. Everything is wrong with the election, and I've been saying it from time. It is not only what happened on that day of collation that was wrong with the election. People cheated, people bought food, people confiscated INEC processes. So many of the people who are complaining now cheated in many places. In the polling unit where I voted, Labour cheated, PDP cheated, APC cheated more than the rest of them, because vote buying is cheating. Whichever way, the APC used a recharge card to cheat, Labour brought dollar notes, PDP was giving people money. So why will I not complain? Atiku Abubakar cheated me of my vote in Katsina, cheated me of my vote in Adamawa State. He was buying votes with 200 naira with Omo and all of that. So what I'm saying is that the process is flawed. It's not an honest process. There's no one INEC. There's not one INEC. Every of the political party that is complaining now had a budget for influencing INEC in their so-called logistic budget. So, but what I decided to do was say, I will not be part of the constitutional crisis. You won't have a PDP person, a SDP person coming out making noises and all of that. Now, to go to court, fine. fine. I don't have a problem with anyone going to court. So it is wrong for you to characterize my reaction as being a spokesperson. I cannot be a spokesperson for APC. I don't see APC as a reliable and sensible political party, but they have been declared the winner, and the president of Nigeria, if I was the president, I would have to govern according to the principle of my office. So I don't have any problem with anyone who is opposed to anything.
One simple clarification. I hope now you won't say I'm misquoting you.
Yes.
Is it true that you have congratulated the president-elect to say that, oh, congratulations, he has won. Whoever is agreed to go to court?
Correct. And that is what we were all asked to do. It doesn't mean that if you bring evidence that will knock him out, I will not be happy. But we are supposed to congratulate the winner and still make our reservation, because that person is going to be sworn in whether we like it or not. The court can still remove him, maybe because now it's going to be in the hand of 12 people out of 200 million people. 5 justices of Court of Appeal, 7 justices of Supreme Court. So when Court of Appeal makes a decision, whether, for example, they retain him or they remove him, people will still learn to congratulate the winner at that time. So create a scenario where Atiku Abubakar goes to court and he defeats Tinubu and Supreme Court says he's the winner. I will still have the obligation to say, congratulations on your victory. And if Tinubu decides to go to Supreme Court to go and challenge, and he also wins and retains and gets it back, I still have a duty. It's a civilized society. My congratulation does not add any halo to what has been done, but it is the process, and you all cover the process, that we all come together, sign this thing, like the tweet being shown. Look at the date. The person who showed it should have looked at the date, and I said they are spreading fake news about my candidacy, which is a violation.
This was 6 days ago.
Before the election.
Okay.
This was before the election, okay, where they were saying I stepped down for them, and they were making videos of it and circulating all over. And my people were calling me, if you are going to step down, why didn't you tell us? And this and that, you betrayed us. So the person representing me in Abia State was crying that people have been abusing her in her neighborhood, saying that she was supporting me. Now I ended up going for Peter Obi. I don't know that. So, but that ended with the election. So bringing it up now and trying to create a wrong narrative, I think we need to correct that. We owe the public that duty. Right. So that is my position. That right. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, wrongly, rightly, anyhow, he's been declared president-elect. We who ran, who have followers, my followers are angry with me that I did that, but that's leadership, because the duty is to stabilize the situation, and then the law will take its course. If you have evidence that you won the election, I have evidence that I have been robbed. But the evidence doesn't show that I have won. And I'm an honest person. So 90-something% of my votes are not recorded. So it's easy for me to prove that easily and show you resource sheets from place to place to show you where I scored 2,100, you went and recorded 19 for me in the whole district. So I can show that. Okay. But even when I put all of that together, the Supreme Court cannot annul the election based on that, because of substantiality. I'm a lawyer. Of all the presidential candidates, I think I have the most experience. Okay, maybe Peter Umadi is the only second person, and then maybe Anyanwu of the ZLP. Otherwise, what I say in conclusion is that I do not endorse the election, but I accept that the person declared is the president-elect. But that does not immune him against any challenge. It can still be removed by the court. Anything can happen. But I've assured that I kept my bargain to the Nigerian people, and I kept my bargain to the constitution of the country. The INEC, as an institution, messed itself up. I tried to scream, but my voice